All right, so we're going to set up this library. It's the Jasper's Cubecell cargo mapper. To get started, we'll actually start in the Helium console. If you don't already have a Helium console account, they're super easy to set up. And so what we're going to do here is create a device, and then grab those keys, and we'll actually put those keys in this code. But it's just kind of nice to have this ready to go. So go ahead and create a new device. I'm going to call it my mapper thingy. And you could set these keys to something else if you'd like. Generally, it's just nice to grab these though. We're going to go ahead and submit. It's going to create the device. And I like to go ahead, knowing what I'm going to be doing with this, to set up the integrations for this device. To do that, we need to add a label. So let's go ahead in here. We'll click Add Label. We're going to create a new label. We're going to call, let's call one of these Cargo and call the other one Mapper. I like to keep them separate. So, Cargo, Add Label. And another one, we're going to call that Mapper. And actually kind of a Mapper beta. All right, so we can go back to integrations now. We will add this integration. Say, read this, say I agree. This is my cargo or my mappers. Call that whatever you want. And we'll call that label that we just created. Select that, click add, attached, and then we need to click create integration. For the cargo integration, we need to go pull that up real quick. So Helium side, we're going to get this mappers API. So this is the ingest point. We'll go ahead and grab that. And so we are going to create another integration here. This is going to be an HTTP integration. And we'll just drop that link, that URL in there. It thinks I have spaces because there is a space right there. Just make sure that's not in there. We're going to call this cargo beta. Oop, I keep calling it cargo mappers. And then we will add it to our mapper. Beta add and click integration, or sorry, create integration. Awesome. So now we have a device created. It has both of these integrations in it. And we have these keys. So we're all set on that front for the moment. We are going to have to go back and add a function after this is created, which actually might be easier to do now. Let's go ahead and do that right now. We're doing it live. Let's call this Jas-Williams decoder. I'm going to add another label, and then we can create the function. He's got his decoder right here in this library. We're going to click on raw, and we can just hit Command A, Command C, go back to our console. We're going to create a new function. I'm going to call this that. This is going to be a custom script. And we can just take this, paste. So that's all set. This does a bunch of magic. I'm not going to dig into the details here. We're just trying to get this thing running. And I'm going to pull up that label I created, add, and then save function. Okay, so we've actually got everything we need now to get this device running on console. Now we just need to actually get our device set up. So I'm going to flip back over to devices. You can see everything's all ready to go. No data's coming through yet. Great. I've just downloaded the Arduino IDE. I do not have the board set up in here yet, so this is sort of I don't normally use the Arduino IDE, so bear with me if this is a little wonky. We're going to need to go to the Heltec automation docs, and we're going to need to add their board profiles in the boards manager. And so I'll include this link. We're just going to jump in here, grab this, jump into the Arduino IDE, go to preferences, and I've already got something in here, so I'm just going to click on this and add a new line that includes that. Hit OK. Boards manager, got it. And so now we need to go, okay. Cubecell, install. Great. All right, that finished. And as I was saying, we can take this code, close, and then we'll paste that right in here. And now all we need to do is jump in here at the top. Oh, he's done all sorts of fancy stuff. So we're going to change these OTAA keys. Right now they're all just blank. And so we can take those from our Helium console. And what we'll do is we'll click on these little expansion buttons. And we're going to take a wild guess and say that these should be in this byte order. These just reverse the byte order. Some libraries require them in one order, and some libraries require them in another. There's a convenient little copy button, so we'll just click that. And that was our device EUI. And so we are going to replace this line here with the device EUI, and we will copy the app EUI. And our app key. Great. Save. Go ahead. Oh, I guess we'll stick it on my desktop. I'm going to go ahead and plug this device in. And I'm going to made a mistake here. Should be set in the board, which we did not do, so we need to go into the Cubecell, and it's going to be the Cubecell GPS, the HTCC-AB02S. Hit that. Now, we should also be able to configure our board to US 915 in this case. And there's a bunch of other parameters here. We don't need to worry about these. You could sort of learn up on these as you'd like. Personally, I like to turn off the LEDs, but I'm going to keep them on for now, just as a debugging tool. All right, now we can click Upload. It's going to compile this and push it to the board. And if it is successful, we should see something show up here. Apologies for the background sounds. Looks like I forgot one thing here. We need to set our board. It's going to be the USB serial 001, and we'll try this again. It's starting up here, joining, and we see our activation, which means we got our byte order correctly. And we're seeing some stats on the screen now. We should be able to open Cargo. And we name this My Mapper thingy. And this is true, we don't have a GPS fix yet. I will put this by a window and we'll see if it appears.